China and India are next-door neighbors. They are also major trading partners and account for almost a third of the global population. But soon, there may be no journalists from either country reporting from the other's soil. The two sides have been expelling each other's foreign correspondents, a sign of worsening ties.
To my mind, very unusual, because I can't remember when this was the case last time. You could enlighten me on that. In peacetime.
Now only one reporter from each side remains in their post, and even that could soon change. Earlier in June, the last Indian journalist in China was told he could no longer stay. The Beijing correspondent for the Press Trust of India, the country's largest news agency, was given until the end of the month to pack up and leave. But a new development has led some to believe things could soon improve. A source close to the matter told TaiwanPlus that the Press Trust of India's journalist in Beijing is being allowed to stay an extra month. But the source says whether he will be allowed to stay after that will depend on the Indian government's decision to allow the last Chinese state media reporters stay in Delhi. To understand how India and China got to this point, it's important to know a bit of their recent history. The two share a long land border, parts of which are contested. Soldiers from both countries have been stationed around the most sensitive areas and have sometimes clashed. Adil Brar, an Indian scholar based in Taiwan, says recent tensions can be traced back to a fight between Indian and Chinese soldiers in the area around Doklam in 2017.
There was tension building up between India and China if you go back to 2017 when we had the Doklam standoff. So the issue around visa access is part of a broader geopolitical tension, as well as the tension at the border between India and China.
Things continued to get worse until an even bloodier clash erupted in Galwan in June 2020, leading to the deaths of dozens of troops. It was around then that the two governments began targeting journalists' visas. India has accused China of not providing a good working environment for its reporters.
Several restrictions, that is, Indian journalists in China face several restrictions while getting access and traveling locally within China.
But China says it's India that's mistreating its journalists. It's called on its neighbor to come to the table.
中方愿继续本着相互尊重、平等互利的原则，同英方保持沟通。
It's unclear what next steps either side will take, but many hope that the two countries can begin resolving their differences and allow each other's journalists to keep reporting important stories from within each other's borders. Devin, Tsai and Suvam for TaiwanPlus.